Today I want to talk about the chanting. Like every time, every Buddha day, we are chanting about the Dhamma Chakpavanatana Sutta, the turning the wheels of Dhamma. And then sometimes mostly we do extra another chanting. And I try to explain about the other chanting also. So in this case, today we talk about the page. I just remind you, it's page 95. In the bracket, it's 66. Okay. And one moment, I want to check something. Okay, never mind. So this chanting that, like I said, on the 66 on the bracket, 95, it's in the page. This is called like they say, secure and unsecure refuge. And this is come from the Dhammapada. I explain about the book of Dhammapada. It's the pieces of truth. It's different kind of saying that the Buddha say in different occasions, and they collect it together in the book. This is the here there is a 5. It's go with a sentence with a different how to say, like maybe four line or something like this. Okay, so in this case we have 5 how you call it, like 5 saying. Okay, 5 saying, but this is one saying that the Buddha said in different occasions, in 2 occasions. And now I want to tell the history of this kind of saying when the Buddha said it. So first, one time the Buddha said it was, I just want to say that the Buddha was living in the north of India, in a place called Kusala. Yeah, and it was a kingdom. That time it was kingdoms in India, like Republic. And in the north of India, it was the place called Kusala, which the king, very strong king called Pasandi, he used to stay there. And Pasandi was also like a disciple of the Buddha. And this area, it was few states. Same like if you say America, so you have Washington state, and then you have the other countries. So this is few country, all of them they presented by kings, and they are all under one king, which is big king. Okay, so Pasandi was the big king on this area, but it was different district on this in this kingdom. And in one village, in one city named Savati, it was one millionaire. I think I mentioned it before. His name was Anathapindika. And Anathapindika, he offered the Buddha land, the most expensive land that he bought from Jeta. Jeta was a prince also. So in one occasion, the Buddha was in the Jeta monastery of Anathapindika, and then he speak to the monk about something that happened in this area, okay, in the Kusala area, and he said the saying, I will translate it to English. Yeah, he said many people, they are running away from fear. They are escaping from fear, and where they are going, from dangerous. And they are going to mountains, they are going to forests, they are going to park, they are going to trees, they are going to shrine, they are running away, and they try to worship these places, to secure themselves. And the Buddha said that actually this kind of secure, it's not the real secure. It's not a real safe place. It's not a real safe thing to overcome the dangerous and the fear. But only if someone going to the Buddha the Dhamma, and the Sangha. If someone really realized the Four Noble Truths, the real realizations of the dukkha, of suffering, of the reason of the suffering, the end of the suffering, and the Eightfold Path, and then he can clean the mind, this will give him the highest secure. This will give him the real secure. And actually, this is what this sentence is saying, okay? You can translate it, you can see by yourself when you look at page 95, on the 66 on the briquette. So actually the Buddha said that to the monk, this kind of saying. Now, where is come from? What is this story about come from? This is talking about, I talk about this, that Pasandi was the king, the big king on this area of the Kusala area. This is the north of India. And he ruled from few countries there, which was small kings. The father of the Buddha was one of them, actually. And then his father named the father of Pasandi, his name was Ma'akusala. And the Buddha talk about something that happened in the time of the father of Pasandi, Ma'akusala. That time it was one Brahmin. Brahmin, I talked already some time ago about the difference between the like caste in India. That time the Brahmin was the only people like in the priest in the church, like a rabbi in the synagogue, okay? They used to make the ceremony for the rich people. They call them Brahmin, okay? This is the caste of the Brahmin. And one of the Brahmin, which was the head of all these Brahmin in the area of Pasandi, of Kusala, actually he was on the time of Ma'akusala, the father of Pasandi, and his name was Agideta, okay, Agideta. And then this Agideta was very good man, actually. He was very developed man, and he was the Brahmin there. Many people like him. Many people from the district, from all this Kusala district, they like him very much. And in certain time, he was very rich, yeah, okay, because the king, they all the time offer him land, they give them land, okay, they give them things. Now, this is the Brahmin duty. They make ceremony if someone married, if someone dying, if someone buys something new. But there is another level or another caste in India. This is the caste of the monk, which they call Samanera, okay? Or Bhikkhu. This is the people that let go everything. They renunciate everything. They are living alone, okay? They're using the robes. They let go everything. So they are just mostly, they are practicing and they're living from alms food. They're collecting food every day. So what happened to this Agideta, okay? Agideta Brahmana, that he, like I said, he was very rich. He had many, many disciples from the 3 districts, okay, nearby, the place where he used to stay. And in certain time, he decided that he wants to renounce the life. He wants to leave everything. He wants to go to be Samanera. He wants to let go everything. So what he have done, he just give up all his things and he go to be Samanera. He go to be yogi in the mountain. But he was not joining to the Buddha himself. He just go by himself, and actually he have so many disciples. So he have something like 10,000 students coming with him, because many, many followers. Also other people, they're coming to ask advice or things like this. So we have many, many followers. And he let go everything and go to the mountain, to the jungle, to be like a yogi, okay, like a bhikkhu, like a monk, but not students of the Buddha. And he was thinking that, you know, if suppose like same like shamans or the in Australia, okay, they believe how we call it in Australia before you have Maori and you have Aboriginal. They think that if they connect to the nature, they worship the nature, okay, they pray to the nature, to the mountain, to the tree, then they will have secure. Then they will be secure. No damage will happen to them. No dangers will happen to them. So this is what he was preaching actually. He was teaching the people, his own students, and also when people coming from the village, they come to learn from him. So then he was teaching them that they have to follow these kind of things. Something like to take refuge on the forest, to take refuge on the mountain, to take refuge on maybe shrines and things like this, and then secure will come to them. Now, the Buddha, because he has strong concentration, the Buddha, he understood about this Agitata Brahmana. And he knew that Agitata Brahmana is very, very high level. He can be an enlightened person. If he will get the right teaching, he will be able to get enlightened. So the Buddha was thinking how to help him to overcome suffering, to be enlightened. And what the Buddha did, he sent Mugalana. Mugalana was the left-handed of the Buddha. Buddha have two main right-handed and left-handed disciples, Sariputta and Mugalana. Sariputta was very, very high level on wisdom, okay? And Mugalana have a great concentration. Mugalana have all the kind of concentration. He could do everything. So he can fly to the air and he can read mind and whatever. Very, very strong power of concentration. So the Buddha said to Mugalana, you go first to visit the place where Agitata Brahmana stay there, and I will come later. So Mugalana go first there, and then he come to the group of Agitata, and he asked them, can I stay here? So in the very beginning, they said to him, no, we don't agree with you to stay. We don't want you to stay. But later they said, okay, we let you to stay in the cave nearby. Now, what it was in the cave nearby? In the mountain, in the cave nearby, it was Naga. Naga is kind of sentient beings. It's kind of, I cannot say creatures, okay? It's kind of sentient beings which have strong power of concentration. The Naga normally looks like a snake. For example, when the Buddha was sitting under the tree after when he was sitting meditation, after he get enlightened, in 1 week, he was sitting and then the Naga come and cover the Buddha to protect him from the rain. So I think it's very, very well-known picture or statue. Maybe most of you know this statue, that the Buddha sitting and there is snakes on the top of his head. Actually, this is not a snake, it's Naga. It's kind of sentient beings, kind of creatures. For example, when the Buddha, one time, the Naga, because he's so good, good creatures, he has strong concentration. That's why he can change his form. He can be a snake. He also can be looks like human being. So one time the Naga come to the Buddha in the time of the Buddha, and he say, oh, I wish to ordain, I wish to be monk. He come in the form of human being, but because the Buddha has strong concentration, you know, this is not human being, it's a Naga. So he asked him, are you a human being? So Naga say, no, I'm not a human being, I'm a Naga. So the Buddha say, I'm sorry, you cannot be ordained. Naga is not possible for him to ordain, only human being. So in this case, in the forest, in this cave that they sent Mugalana, it was Naga there. So Mugalana go up in the cave and stay there, But the Naga was he was very holding the cave. He don't want to let Mugalana to stay there. But because Mugalana have so power of concentration, they start something like arguing, something like start to have some kind of conversation or some kind of acting between the Naga and Mahamugalana. But because Mahamugalana was so powerful, he was actually Mahamugalana was enlightened, yeah, and the Naga is not enlightened. So Mahamugalana don't have any fear, anything like this. But also we have the power of concentration. At the end, the Naga obey to the Mugalana. Yeah, he bow to the Mugalana, and then he go and cover the cave and cover Mugalana with and all the surrounding. Now, because the people down, they see all this something like fire and so much noises come in the night. Yeah, so they think, oh, something damage happened to Mugalana. Maybe he died already. So in the morning, they decided that they want to go up. They think maybe Mugalana already died by the Naga. So they was climbing up, and then suddenly they see the Naga surrounding the mountain and cover and protecting Mahamugalana. So they was amazed. Wow, how great is this monk? And then exactly in this time, what happened is that the Buddha appeared. The Buddha coming. So they're looking about the Mahamugalana so powerful. And in this moment, Mahamugalana stand up, come and bow to the Buddha and prostrate to the Buddha and say, oh, my great teacher, I'm your student. So everybody looking at the Buddha, wow, if this great man, and this is the teacher for him, so how powerful is the Buddha? But the Buddha in this moment, he look at Agiteta, he look at them, and then he ask him, oh, master, what you are teaching? What is your teaching? So Agiteta said to the Buddha, I'm teaching that if people want to be secure, if the people want to overcome the dangerous, they have to worship the place where they're staying. They have to worship the mountain. They have to worship the forest. They have to worship a shrine. They have to worship the tree or whatever surrounding. So the Buddha told them, all these things not give you really secure. All these forests and mountain and tree, they are not giving you the real secure. Only if you take refuge on the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. Only if you understanding the Four Noble Truths, the truth of suffering, truth of the the truth of the reason of the suffering, truth of the overcoming the suffering, nirvana, the truth of the Eightfold Path, and then you clean your mind. This is the only secure, this is the only overcome the dangerous and the suffering. And that's why the Buddha say to Agiteta and to all the people, this kind of saying. He say, people going to forest, they're going to mountains. Sorry, one moment. People going to mountain, they're going to forest, they're going to the tree, the shrine, they're looking for this as secure, but this is not the real secure. Only if you go to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and you understanding the Four Noble Truths, it means you get enlightened, you clean your mind. Only then it's the real secure. Cleaning totally the mind for the influences. In this moment, actually, when Agiteta and all these thousands of students for him, they was hearing the Dharma from the Buddha, they all became enlightened in the same moment. So they come to the Buddha and they prostrate and they wish to be monks. So what the Buddha make? For example, today, if people want to be monk, they have to do ceremony. But in this moment, the Buddha then just moved the hand like this and he invites them, come monk. So they all became a monk in this moment. Now, what happened is that many people from the villager, they come to look for Agiteta. They come to visit Agiteta. So now they see, oh, Agiteta is there, but the Buddha is also there. But actually what happened is that the Buddha come to visit Agiteta. It means Agiteta is more strong than the Buddha. So the Buddha could read the mind of the people. And he said, oh, if they think like this is not good for them. So he look at Agiteta. And then what Agiteta make? He stand up, he come to the Buddha, he prostrate to the Buddha, and he say, oh, Master, I'm your student. So all the people there understood, oh, how Agiteta became the students of the Buddha in this moment. So they get confidence on the Buddha himself. So in this moment, the Buddha, he actually convert all the people there to be Buddhism, to be Buddhist. So this is the place where the Buddha used this saying. And in the moment that, like I said, in the moment that the Buddha finished the saying, all this group of people, they became actually enlightened. This is the story of this sentence from the Dhammapada. In the Dhammapada, I say it's 5 sentences. So it's the Dhammapada 188 till the 192. So this is the story about this chanting. Anyone have a question? Please, anyone want to ask something? Connect to this or connect to other things? Good. So if no question, I say thank you very much and have a nice evening. And we pay respect first to the Buddha. Aham Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Bhutan Bhagavantan Abhivademi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhamman Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sanghan Namami. Thank you. Good night.
Satu, 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 satu.